Newsly, Red Pilling America. Earthquakes and emergencies can happen at any time. Make sure you and your family are well taken care of and fed. Click the link below to get my special discount with my Patriot supply. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to newsly.video.com, where we freely talk about God, purpose, worship, real news, politics, Q, business, family, health, music, cannabis, flat earth, and much more. There's some new Q jobs that came in, so I just want to go over them. I'm a little bit behind, guys. I'm so sorry. I've actually been involved in so many things that take a lot of my time. So, and then getting a YouTube channel and this isn't that easy. But Qpost, and just as a reminder, you can go to qmap.pub to go and see the latest Qpost. I'd recommend you go into it, and if you're lost as far as Q is concerned, just stay with me. You'll get some information. This is intelligence, or an intelligence group that's close to the president of the United States, that is pretty much playing the deep state, playing the Democratic Party. I'm not really I'm pro Trump because I like his policies and stuff like that. But there's a lot of his past, that I don't like. So I'm not 100% per se. I'm 99%. Things may have changed as far as his past is concerned. But again, we as Christians should be very vigilant and just question everything. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of intelligence. And this, I believe is godly intelligence. And I just ask God that he may, uncover any veils that cover our eyes for us to completely see the truth. Okay, so this is 3459 Qpost, and it says fake news links to Anthony Comeo's mental instability to QAnon. So the post says, every single dirty tactic being deployed to stop the growth of this movement. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself a very simple Q. Why? Why are the biggest media companies in the world ... Q? And this is referring to Maggie Haberman tweeted, and she says that he wasn't seeking to kill a mob boss. He was trying to help Trump. His lawyer says, the New York Times reports. And the New York Times is fake news, guys. So I'd ask to just, if you're going to view it knowing that it's fake news, and just watch it just to have an idea of what their narrative is. So now they're trying to say that this guy killed the mob boss and trying to make it into a political statement. They gave him a pen in his hand, and he wrote Q all over his pen, and then he apparently killed the mob boss. So again, just what stuff that we already know as far as those politics are concerned. And we'll get some of the president's tweets in just a little bit. I'm going to try to cut this video short. Now let's go to Q or post 3460. It says, be ready, Mueller hearing on Wednesday with House Judiciary Committee and Intelligence Committee. So this is going to be huge. Because they're going to reveal all the information that basically Mueller stated in his statement, which if you guys watched, you've seen that he was a bit nervous in regards to his statement. Who knows what his role is. Some people say that he's a white hat and on the role of the president, or working with the president to uncover all the deep state. Others say that he's just, with Comey, James Comey, the disgraced FBI director. So who knows? Who knows, guys? I mean, this could go either way. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. And, Q has pointed that be ready, because this is going to possibly force D-class. And once D-class happens, we're going to find out a whole bunch of news that's going to put a lot of people, high-ranking people, in prison, possibly even Gitmo. Okay, and apparently, or maybe things are happening even now as we speak. There's a lot of talk of blackbirds or Black Hawks flying around LA and in major cities, extracting persons, and not just for that reason, but also relating to the earthquake in California and Ridgecrest. Some people are, speculating, and it's speculation, and that's what it is. I haven't really dug into it. I'll dig into it a little bit more and speak with you guys about it. But they're saying that there's a lava deposit underneath Ridgecrest, and some are saying that's what's happening. Others are saying that there's underground, facilities where the deep state was hiding. Others were saying that that's where there was in the China Lake where the cages were, and there were children locked up. So there's a lot of theories, guys. I just can't wait until we find out what is really happening. Okay, so we know what's going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of questions asked, and Mueller's going to be pretty much, answering those questions, unless he's going to plead the fifth, which I doubt, because we'll just wait and see how that's going to play out, guys. I can't wait. Okay, video of a stealth bomber flying over the National Mall in D.C. on July 4th. Let's look at this Twitter by John Henry. It says, well, we've never seen this before. A stealth bomber from Whiteman Air Force flying base flying So again, guys, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happening now that we wouldn't have seen happen before. So this is just great. It's giving us a lot of indications that there's things that are happening in the background. Here's another example. Alex Wayne tweeted, news: the U.S. Army is engaged in a mysterious operation around Washington, D.C., and those are Black Hawk guys. Okay, so they let slip that there is a mission that has Black Hawk helicopters flying missions over Washington, D.C. What is this? Says Anon. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Redrop 3463 Q drop. It's a redrop of Ezra Cohen. That's someone that's very much involved. Let's find out who she is. Well, let's see what this. I really don't have time to. I should have done my research before I came, guys. But I'm just recording this very quickly. Ezra Cohen. Let's find out who she is, guys. My bad. Ezra Cohen. The search. POTUS tweets. I don't see anything regarding Ezra Cohen. Here she goes. Redrop. Q. Ezra Cohen. There she is again. Bridges connecting people. New York Times. So she's been mentioned a few times. Let's see if we can find some information here. Important to remember. Let's see what she's been involved, guys. And we're just doing some good old research. Ezra Cohen Warnick, a controversial former national security aide to President Donald Trump, who has pushed out of the White House, who was pushed out of the White House by H.R. McMaster, is rejoining the Trump administration. In his new role, he will serve as Attorney General Jeff Sessions' National Security Advisor. A 31-year-old former intelligence officer, Cohen Watnick, was brought on to Trump's National Security Council by Michael Flynn, the president's first national security advisor, when Flynn's 21st day tenure ended in February of 2017. His placement, HR, I should know those abbreviations, McMaster, began cleaning house, but he wasn't able to remove Cohen Watnick, who reportedly used his alliances with Jared Kushner and Steve Bannon to stay in the White House. McMaster eventually got his way, pushing out Cohen last minute after he became involved with Representative Devin Nunes and his attempts to prove Trump's claim that President Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. He then went to work for Silicon Valley tech giant Oracle, according to Talking Points memo, which said his return to the Trump administration has been in the works for months. With McMaster out of the way, Trump moved to bring back Cohen, Bloomberg reported. So it looks like there's some disaccord between Cohen and maybe the Trump administration. They took him back, but I know Michael Flynn was somehow involved. Michael Flynn went he was locked up, unfairly, and so, guys, I'm just here to give. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just news as it's coming. This is from Q, which is intelligence personnel, or it's a group of intelligence persons that are around the president of the United States, protecting him, and under this deep covert undercover operation to get rid of the swamp, to get rid of the cabal, to get rid of the high players, the dirty players in Washington and in politics, guys. There's a lot of politics that are corrupt, and our president is actually helping remove all of this. Okay, so there's another post. Wait, oh no. Okay, let's get back to where we were at, and it's so we kind of got a little idea of who Ezra Cohen is, and so we're just gonna go back to where we left off. Okay, I believe this is it. Okay, guys. Yeah, we're pretty behind here. Okay, so 3464, dark to light, pedophilia, child trafficking, Satan worship, bloodletting of children. And this is why I do this, guys, is, I'm not really much of a news person. I really never really watched the news. I'm just interested now because there is a fight between good and evil. And I mean, there's a lot happening as far as children is concerned, crimes against children, against humanity, that we have to expose. And if we don't expose it, who will? And if not now, then when? Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in one of his speeches, we are the people that are called to spread this word, so that way we can expose these people that are deep players. And if you guys have watched Jeff Epstein, as far as his little island is concerned, one of his islands, because apparently there's two, SGT reported not too long ago, and yeah, so there's not just one island, there's two. So we'll see what they're discovering there, but the island had notable features which are not normal on an island. There was a temple, so the fake news media referred to it as a church, and there's a drone that flew over it, seen a whole bunch of features, including a possible maybe a ritual circle, and just the artistic work on the temple itself looks either Turkish to me, maybe Babylonian, and so that's just a weird island. And there's said to be a lot of crimes against underage kids and children, and we'll see how far this goes, guys, because I really think that this is going to go all the way up to the Roman Church. And now they're actually discovering that there's remains of dead bodies, or cadavers, or not cadavers, but maybe skeletons found. I'm not sure which of the three, found under the Vatican. What are those bones or whatever it is they found doing under the Vatican? And maybe this will lead into an investigation of the evils that the Vatican is concerned of, including NASA and everything that's happening in NASA. The Apollo is 50th year anniversary just happened this week, and I mean, if you're a Bible believer, you can read yourself that in Job, the Bible doesn't describe the earth as a globe. It says that God wrote around, with his finger, drew on the circle of the earth. So I don't believe the earth is a planet, and many of you might stop listening at this point thinking that I'm crazy, but I would suggest you just look into it. Maybe a flat earth. There's a lot of fake news out there. Again, YouTube is censoring all this information, so you might not get the best results at the top. They're going to give you just what they want you to believe. But there's much more out there, guys, and we're barely scratching the surface here. And trust me, we're going to get a lot deeper into a lot of this stuff. And, just trust that, trust this plan. But first off, trust God. God has, I believe, placed this president instead of what the alternative which was Miss Clinton or Hillary, HRC, Hillary Rotten Clinton. Which was not a good option. If that would have happened, guys, then we would have already been sold out to China. Which wouldn't have been a good position. We would not be enjoying the freedoms that we have today. Okay, so all I'm saying is question everything that comes out of news, including things that come from Q. How do they know all this information? I'm sharing this information so you guys know what's happening in the background, but I believe there's puppet masters everywhere. And we do read in the Bible, and clearly the Bible states that in the end days that there would be false peace and false not false peace, but the leaders are going to, or the Antichrist will bring false peace, will bring peace, and that's all being seen. There's a peace in the Middle East being negotiated with Jared Kushner, and even tensions happening in Iran still. And you gotta ask, why are there so many wars in the Middle East? You have to remember that the Middle East is the cradle of civilization. Our history is in the Middle East, and obviously a lot of it has been destroyed. They didn't go in when they went into Iraq and keep all the stuff that they found in the museum. They burned it down and they got rid of it. And why do they do that? Simply because they want to hide our history. And who writes history, guys, if it's not the people who win the wars? Okay, so I'm getting off topic here, but and this is again why we do it: from dark to light, pedophilia, child trafficking, Satan worship, bloodletting of children. Dark to light, hunters become the hunted. This is not another 4-year election. All right, so let's see this Twitter thread. It says pedophilia. Kevin Ship tweets pedophilia, child trafficking, Satan worship, bloodletting of children in plain view. But I say to you, the rest who are in Thyatira, who do not hold this teaching, who have not known the deep things of Satan as they call them, I place no other burden onto you. Revelation 2:4. And so you can see Hollywood involved in this. This is Madonna, I believe. Okay, just look at the symbolism here, guys. Horns everywhere. This just gives me the chills. And honestly, just look at this. A cake that looks like a human. If this isn't going, and look at this lady. She's just laughing like it's cute. Yeah, guys, this is not normal. I don't even want to read this. You guys can read it yourselves. It's probably some type of spell, but just look at this. This is what our children, or I don't have any children, but this is what everyone's children's and the next generation of our people are being shown, and we're just letting this happen. Okay, so that's not a good place to be in. Okay, so 3465 says protester with Q shirt in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I seen this where we go one, we go all, we the people, Q. And so all you hear from the negative fake news is all the negative stuff that's happening in Puerto Rico, but we don't see.
Look at that Q shirt, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Q shirt, go Q. We are in there's San Juan. Q is in San Juan. This is awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay, Qpost 3466. Never interfere with an enemy in the process of destroying itself. And who said that? Napoleon Bonaparte. He would have conquered a lot more if he didn't suffer his terrible fate. So these people are stupid. Enjoy the show. Awesome. Q Job 3467 says, redrop, love a country, Puerto Rico, redrop. Okay, it's an anonymous. We just went through that. Actually, this is just a flag. I mean, not just a flag, it's our flag. It's a flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's see. A lot of this stuff, guys, I'm just learning. I'm trying to teach what I've learned along the way. I'm not, grammarly correct all the time, so excuse me. But I do just want to share this information so that we awake the people that are asleep and we wake the masses. Okay, so Q drop 3468. Department of Justice opens antitrust probe into social media companies, and this is awesome, awesome, awesome. One of the last posts, or this is a repost of, I believe this is 138, post 138, fake news consolidation propaganda arm of the Democratic Party defined antitrust law. And just have us all this information. We're talking about Google, Facebook, Twitter, and more. I was just listening to some stuff regarding WhatsApp that I'm just going to do a video entirely on WhatsApp and the troubles that WhatsApp has been causing as far as its encrypted abilities, and for it to be able to, elude law enforcement, and how many people have been killed and how many drugs have been dealt because of WhatsApp. And our people use it freely, and we endorse it, and we swear by it and stuff, and that's got to stop. Okay, so a change we can believe in. Q. So that means big things are coming with big tech, guys, meaning that we are the news now. You can believe the news that your own fellow citizens are giving you. Okay, and we are from all walks of earth with all different kinds of backgrounds. I'm Christian, and I practice faith, and that's just it. I mean, I just love giving out the truth that I know, and the godly wisdom that He has given me. God, Yeshua. There's even, they're even pronouncing the name of God is just, Yeshua. There's much more meaning. There's so many traditions that we have that we don't ever question. And so anyways, I don't want to get off topic, but here's another Q drop 3469, and we're almost done, guys. This is there's 3470, I believe, is the last one. Ray Chandler and Jeffrey Epstein used modeling agencies to identify targets for sexual abuse. Okay, it says targets in parentheses models made to fill out an extensive background report. The targets models asked in detail regarding family targets, and models in parentheses generally green lit based on loner, insecurity, depressed, p underscore eval. You guys comment below, let me know what that means. Pregnancy evaluation, maybe. Targets model generally green lit based on humble, poor family background. And the kill box, prevent possible legal retaliation. The spider web connects those most trusted, those most rich, those the most powerful. Safe question mark. Free, and this is the question. Highest level security plus max protect. Q. So this goes high, guys. I mean, they were getting all these girls, and they were getting them based on all the stuff we just went over now, and even protected, them from legal retaliation. That's disgusting. Okay, and this is the last drop, I believe. This is 3470. Senator Cruz, and this is a Republican, calls on Department of Justice FBI to investigate Antifa under RICO Act. Awesome. I've been waiting for this because Antifa is a terror group right here in the United States, guys. And he says, today I penned a letter to Attorney General William Barr, Deputy Attorney Jeffrey Rosen, and FBI Director Christopher Wray, calling for an investigation into Antifa under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO. Okay, so I would suggest you guys follow Senator Ted Cruz. You know, he has a lot to awesome stuff to say, and you know, so how about that? Let's just go over the letter. It says to the Honorable William Barr, United States Department of Justice, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, Washington D.C. 205030. Okay, to the Honorable Jeffrey and those names that we just mentioned. Honorable Christopher Wray, dear Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General Rosen, and Director Wray. I write to urge you to open an organized crime investigation into Antifa, a left-wing anarchist terrorist organization that routinely relies on violence and intimidate and push its political opponents. Antifa violence is whispered and well known. Earlier this month, in the Rose City chapter of the domestic terrorist group organization Antifa rampaged through Portland, Oregon, stealing and destroying property, disrupting traffic, and assaulting the civilians. One journalist, Andy Joe, no, okay, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, probably all three ways, but was attacked so severely that he was hospitalized. We've seen all of this in the news. He even had a brain hemorrhage. I didn't know that. This week, William Sprossen, an Antifa terrorist, attacked a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Center in Tacoma, Washington, igniting a vehicle and attempting to ignite a propane tank. This mayhem follows previous armed attacks. And sorry, I keep on doing that. I just don't want my screen to turn off. And related crimes by Antifa following President Trump's inauguration. These are not unconnected, lawless incidents. They instead appear, sorry, that instead appear to be a pattern of racketeering activity, and they occur principally because Antifa's members rely on masks to conceal which particularly member committed any given crime. Okay, and it's going to go over the nation's law enforcement with power tools to prosecute criminal investigations such as Antifa, Ku Klux Klan, and the Mafia, and it gives us the penal codes, enables the RICO, enables law enforcement to prosecute individuals, members of those groups, for participating in criminal enterprise, even when the government cannot establish which particular individual in a corrupt organization committed a given crime. Woo! And let's see what this says. This is the next page. Oh, damn, that's a lot more. RICO further gives law-abiding citizens in jurisdictions like Portland some recourse in supporting of their constitutional rights. You are surely aware that Portland Mayor Wheeler has staunchly refused, that's a nasty word, staunchly refused to deploy and support local law enforcement to restore order and prevent Antifa robberies and armed assaults. Okay, maybe I should put my glasses on, but here we go. It is no mystery why Antifa's violence is aimed to silence disdain from authoritarian left-wing viewers. Mayor Wheeler apparently agrees with those views, but the First Amendment guarantees Portland moderates and conservatives alike the right to speak, and the Equal Protection Clause prohibits Portland's mayor and police force from refusing to prosecute assaults designed to suppress this First Amendment right, from quite literally denying to dissenting Portland's the equal protections of Oregon's laws against assault and robbery. Federal intervention is required to guarantee these citizens' constitutional rights. I likewise urge you to investigate Mayor and Police Commissioner Wheeler for his official policies violating Oregonians' civil rights. Wheeler has refused to quell Antifa intimidation and rights based on his apparent sympathy with these left-wing aims. For example, last summer, and it's going to give an example, but this is awesome, guys. I can't wait till this happens. And sincerely, Ted Cruz, United States Senator, for protection of Portland citizens, and not just Portland, but Antifa is everywhere, guys. So this is protection for us all. Okay, so kudos to you, Mr. Ted Cruz. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to wrap it up. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, you guys have any ideas how we should run this channel, anything else you want to talk about, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And see you on the next one. God bless you, and God bless the President of the United States of America, and God bless all of us. Peace out.